Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, my friends. Oh, of course the music starts as soon as I start talking really softly. Yeah. So welcome back to another day of Let's Drawing Auferre. Uh, just to warn you, this is kind of a longer episode only because the struggle was real on this one. I had no idea what I was doing. And to top that off, I took a break. Like whenever I just stop, whenever I'm in the zone and then I stop doing things, it's hard for me to get back into what I was doing again. So yeah, thank you all for your patience. Once again, this is some soundtrack from one of my favorite RPGs of all time, Tales of Symphonia. Good game. We'll talk more about Tales of Symphonia later. Now let's get more on to Auferre. Do you see that pink stripe at the top left there of hers? Oh, here? I made a really dumb mistake. I used a gray that was slightly lighter, and I had to redo everything. It's slowly picking itself up. Looks a lot better than it did about 10 seconds ago in video time. In reality, it was about 15 minutes. I may have cut out some parts. But yeah. What was I doing? I was telling you something. Oh, pink stripe, yeah. You're probably wondering what that is. Well, right now I'm wondering why her head's so big. I always do this. I start off with the head too big. Nah, well, better than if it's too small, because when you scale it up, everything starts getting fuzzy. There, we're almost there. Nah, that's too tiny. That's too tiny. Please tell me I fixed that. Oh my god, I didn't fix it. Oh well. YOLO. I'm never gonna be satisfied, so why do I care? You know? No. So here, this is what I was talking to you about. You're ripping off her arms. Then on like that body layer, you fix up the lines again, so that if you were to put another set of arms on a top layer, nothing falls through. And it's just like simple changes like this that go a long way. It's just, if you don't do these simple changes in the beginning, it is so hard to do them later. The farther into the process you get and you're making changes, the more time it's gonna take. The more you're gonna have to redo everything. So do it now. Oh yeah, so here's part of my struggle. Couldn't figure out the hand. Just could not do it. And I realize now that I probably had it right that first time around, but then I was being too critical. You know, you try too hard and then you end up ruining everything. The problems, right? Am I right? You can get through it. Days like these, you know, it really tests your patience. Did I ever explain what those pink stripes were? Nah, I probably didn't. But anyways, you may have a little bit of a seizure warning because I keep going back and forth with this. So, along with the hand, this is like a pose that I've been dreaming to do for Auferre for such a long time, and it feels so good to do it finally. Just trying to get the curves of the arms right was driving me up a wall. And at the end, I didn't get her arm correct, but I'll fix it a few days later when I've had time to just kind of cool down and look at it later. Things that have improved my drawings is simply walking away and then coming back to it a few days later. Sometimes it makes me nervous, like when I'm working on a deadline. If they don't give me enough time, I don't have enough time to just sit there and wait for it to soak in and then fix it later. I'm not saying like a week, I'm literally saying just, why do you need it within the next 10 minutes? Why couldn't you plan ahead? Or if you just wanted to see a sketch, Mr. Bossman. Why you do this? Yeah, well. The good thing about being like your own hardest critic is that it guarantees quality. And it also prevents, if you're hard on yourself, it also prevents other people from from letting their criticism win. Because you will get criticism. As long as you're the hardest critic, you can take on anything. Oh, another pose that I've been wanting to do since like 2014, I guess. 2014? Yeah. For some reason, so like this is, I'm thinking is kind of like, ugh, you hit me, but I've got my arm. Yeah. This is so appropriate to have fighting music in the background. She's like, yeah. Is that your best yo mama joke you got? Bring it on! But, for some reason I didn't do them. I guess it kept, slipping through my mind, or I don't know. So, but when I was making my visual novel, it's a small one called Maho Shoujo Anime Director VN. It's on the Google Play if you're interested. I put her in there. Just the initial poses that you all have. And I just saw like all the holes and emotions and story content that she had. Oh. I still haven't explained those pink stripes. Oh well, I'll explain them eventually. I've got plenty of time after all. So yeah, I'm trying to write this story and I'm trying to get her to get the right expression, and she's fighting a shark. Like a huge shark, like a megalodon shark type. Well, maybe not a megalodon shark. Those are the size of whales, aren't they? Hey, victory! Anyways, sometimes I did an emotion where it was just her face, because like I wasn't trying to make any new poses at that time. I just wanted to finish programming this game. And you know, it's just like I found out, well, if I had this pose, it would have made that part look so much more cooler. So a lot of it is trial and error. And for those of you who've been following along with my channel, I had another character named Warwick that I remade. The reason why that series is on a little bit of a break. Oh my god, there's something on my neck. Oh gosh. Okay, sorry. Really bothering me. Oh, gotta be careful with the neck. Anyways, what was I doing? Oh, he's talking about Warwick, right? The reason why he's on a little bit of a hiatus is I need to put him through the story ringer and add in emotions as needed, so that not having to do so much like just finaling everything, only having to go back and redo most of his faces. Yeah, and in the fourth, so this remaking Warwick series, that is the 5th time I'm remaking him. The 4th time, the story idea was he was going to be a coward. He was going to be a very expressive coward, and Auferre was going to be the serious type. But in the original story, it was supposed to be, Auferre was supposed to be a joker. Well, no, Auferre was supposed to be like a typical hero, Superman personality type thing. And then she was supposed to be a joker. And then she just ended up being like so serious. So serious. But Warwick was initially Mr. Serious McSerious Pants. And after I put that story through the ringer, published it on Game Jolt, I didn't like it myself. So that's why we're remaking everything. If you're gonna make a game, you may as well enjoy playing it yourself. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, we're coming towards the end, yo. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, this is a little bit of animation. But anyways, bye bye!